Welcome back everyone, Patrick here, and moving on to the next example, what we got to do is we got to evaluate this expression here, but we have to leave the answer as a fraction. So notice that as of now, we have a bunch of decimals here. And so what you can do is you can take these decimals if you want. You could convert them to fractions at this point. What I'm actually going to do is I'm first going to work with the decimals for a bit, and then I'll convert them to fractions at the end. So notice we have 1 minus 0.3, so that's going to end up being 0.7, right? Versus if we put the fractions right away, 0.3, that is 3 over 10. I just feel like having a bunch of fractions at this point is going to make things a little more complex, right? You can, if you want, you can put the fractions right away in, and then maybe work on your algebraic skills. I'm going to keep it as decimals for a bit and then put the fractions later. So 1 minus 0.45, that's going to be 0.55. And then we'll have 1 minus 0.15, and then that is going to equal 0.85. And so from here, what I would do is now put the fractions in for these. So we would end up having, notice all of these are going to multiply, and then we got a minus here, so using BEDMAS, we're going to have to multiply those first. And so the 0.7 as a fraction, that's equal to 7 over 10. 0.55, that's like 55 over 100. And then 0.85, that's like 85 over 100, like that. And then before multiplying these, I would simplify them. So notice the 55 over 100, notice we could divide the numerator by 5. We could divide the denominator by 5, so this would end up being 11 over 20. Same thing here, divide by 5, divide by 5, this would end up being 17 over 20. And now multiplying these, I feel like it's going to be easier. So we would multiply the denominators, 10 times 20 times 20, that would give us 4,000. And then 7 times 11, which is 77, times 17 would give us 1309, like that. And so now we have 1 minus this fraction here. What we want to do is we want to change this to 1 over 1. Common denominator, so multiply this by 4,000, meaning the top we multiply by 4,000. So what we would have is 4,000 over 4,000 minus 1309 over 4,000. And now 4,000 minus 1309, that would just give us 2691, 2,691 over 4,000. And then this here doesn't simplify any further. Right, so taking these, evaluating them, and leaving the answer as a fraction, that's what the answer is. And then you could check your answer if you wanted to input all of this in your calculator at once. Be careful with the brackets here. Get the decimal value of that, get the decimal value of that, and they should be the same.